in my eyes, do I want to stay? If you thought you weren't made that way, it's the choices we make, we give and take, and I know you will keep trying. Said I think I know what you mean, pretty good for a dumb machine. And you gave me that smile, we stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up. All this time I didn't know I had my heart on standby, that it is love that I am feeling inside, what it means to be a human.
All this time I've been a fool for not seeing you shine. I let my circus know you say you'll be mine. You are the only one who
Without emotions made of steel, what was I supposed to feel? I didn't want to take chances, past romances were telling me I'd just crash again. I said I think I know what you mean,
pretty good for a dumb machine. You gave me that smile, we stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up.
all this time I didn't know I had my heart on standby, that it is love that I am feeling inside, what it means to be a human.
All this time I've been a fool for not seeing you shine. I let my circus know you say you'll be mine. You are the only one who can get you teach you both how to
Check. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's decalcify the pineal. Let's get ourselves to another realm, another place, and push to the limits. Shout out to each and every one of you. I am here every single day without a day off, kicking it since February of 2021. That first week, we're on our way to 1,000 episodes. I believe we're going to do it. You're going to do it with me. We're going to do it together. Shout out to everybody here. May God bless this wonderful day. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. As we get it in and we talk about the, just what's happening every single day here on the channel. We're going to give you news. We're going to break down Bitcoin. We're going to look at the dollar index. We're going to look at the ES1. We are going to have an absolute blast. We're going to look at the macro and the micro. And we're going to have a time looking at these charts. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. So I'm bringing you the future in the present moment in time. Who got a nice pump this morning? Got a nice workout, pumped it up. Look, I got the cufflinks on today. I'm going hard, baby. I'm going hard, right? Look at that. Look at that. Like these ones. Shout out to everybody here coming on in. Let's jump on in. Shout out to my late father. God bless you, Jimmy. Thank you for everything you've done for me in this life and in the thereafter. Moving forward, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. A lot of people buying into Bitcoin right now. Ethereum and Bitcoin, the hot tickets for the day. A little bit of Tron, a little bit of XRP, a little bit of Chainlink, a little 1-inch coming in from the side. But mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum and some Tether flowing into the markets. We got Waves up 14%, IOST up 4.5%, Qtum, KNC, Kyber Network. We got Matic, we got Loom, we got Scale, and more. I'm going to break it down for you right now inside of the charts. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Shout out to everyone that jumped on in with the Crypto Lifers. Took this long to the upside. If you remember yesterday when I woke up in the morning, I found this cup and handle, right? That was the first entry it banged. Then I was kind of scalping the 7-minute all day long, getting these little scalps. Then eventually we put out this other trade, said this could blast, and next thing you know, we were gone, baby, gone. Huge volume came in for Bitcoin, the pump to the upside, and we absolutely nailed it. I was long in the trading group. So many other people were long in the trading group. The trading group exploded. I saw massive gains coming into the group. People were all over it, all over the place. So shout out to the 99. This is why people join trading groups, because they can pay attention to what's happening with a group. We're all over it. They don't miss the moves. 12% for Illuvium this guy made. 36% on Aptos, which we put out yesterday too as well. And this is just amazing. The gains that were made. 411% on Render. I mean, he's at 200%. Wow. That is some leverage right there. Whoa. 100 and leverage 324% on Bitcoin. 26.5 all the way to 27,380. And that was basically the price, AI Doge up 100%. This guy up 18%. Just massive, massive gains. 72% for PSYOP. Pepe kind of trying to get back in the game. But you never know. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming on into the live. Thank you so much for the love. Okay, so what's happening with Bitcoin in the 1 hour time frame? MACD wants to turn, but it's a weak indicator. It really is. It's all about the stochastics RSI for me. Right now, this is a bull flag, in my humble opinion. Bitcoin is still in a bull flag. As long as I can stay sideways to touch the 21, there's a chance we get all the way to the target here at 27,950 on the day. We take a look at our 15-minute time frame, and that is also aggressively ready to move. Bit of almost like a double bottom here on the 15-minute. Slight cup with a handle there. This could blast to the upside. Let's see what's going to happen here with the lack of bearish momentum. Even the RSI is in like a falling wedge flag, and we can stochastics RSI also want to move to the upside. I keep it very simple. We made a gap of the VRVP. Once we got above this red line, we gapped up to the next line of liquidity. Simple is as simple does. So there you have it. We were long. This was a symmetrical triangle that could go either way, but we were long. And shout out to everyone. Then we saw this symmetrical triangle, and that also broke to the upside. That's a clean breakout of this bigger channel to the upside. We're going to look at it all. We're going to break it down for you. But had you been in the trading group, you would have been privy to this information. I was putting out these calls all day long. All right. And just kind of keep going away at the 7-minute. And at the 7-minute, we chipped away. What a move to the upside. So shout out to everybody here on the live. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. We're here. We woke up this morning ready to go. Some people didn't wake up this morning. Some people woke up and they were in a wheelchair. Some people woke up from a car accident. May God bless everyone that had struggles last night. May everybody kind of, at least see the light, the happiness And we don't know why everything happens the way it does, but that's why we have to keep our faith. So I'm back from a break, so I guess we are bullish. Shout out to Adam Wild. Shout out to everyone. I woke up today with 308% with 136 on Aptos. My man. So I'm looking for this flag to continue to the upside. Right now, it's already getting a bit of a pump here on the 15-minute. Nothing's guaranteed. We do have a resistance. We got to close a candle above 27,450, 443 to remain bullish. But right now, that looks aggressive for a move to the upside on this Tuesday. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but spending it with the lifers. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. 110 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. And we absolutely nailed it. Nailed it. All right. Breaking it down. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. And then we're going to look at Bitcoin on a bigger scale here and see if this tipped the scale either way or what's happening. All right. I like to look at Bitcoin just kind of by itself and take a look-see. So what it comes down to it is we're still out of a heavy resistance. You can see resistance. And then we have this move. And everyone's watching this symmetrical triangle, right? It's funny. I saw a Twitter feed. We break up, right? And it's Lamborghinis. We break down and it's McDonald's. You know what I mean? And it that was crypto. I saw Arcane Bear putting that out. Shout out to Arcane Bear, my man. Tio. Shout out to all the beautiful people on the live. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Leia Halpern. What an amazing person. Shout out to everyone I met at Crypto Bitcoin Miami. This is a great picture. You know, dropping my favorite picture of the entire trip. I'm honored to have been in it. And this is with the OGs. The OGs. That's so weird. It's that song. Every time that song plays, it takes down my... But it's funny. I've been having issues with crypto Twitter recently. It's weird. I retweeted that, so you should be able to find it. Wow. An error occurred loading this picture. That's never happened. Anyway, what a great picture. There's Sin City Crypto Rob, Crypto Face. There's me, Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, Tom Crown, Gareth Soloway, and my man Loudmouth banging on them to the upside. What an amazing group of people. And it was a blast. Had a really good time. Gareth had a beautiful place that he had Airbnb to rent it for the weekend. It was absolutely gorgeous. High, beautiful ceilings, sitting with like a little lake around it, kind of little moat or whatever. And my man, Crypto Face, what a nice dude. What a nice dude. Really, really nice guy. And we photoshopped, I believe, this mask on him. He did not have a mask on him at the time, but there it is. The real Crypto Face. You can never see the face. You know, I did see the face, so I know what Crypto Face looks like. What a nice dude. May God bless him. All right. And his family. Also, he's one of the first people to kind of reach out to me and send condolences to my father. So when I saw him in person, I said, man, you're a real one, dude. Thank you, really. Thank you for DMing me and reaching out. So shout out to my man. We are going to kick you out now because you have now just done too much. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We didn't kick you out, but we had to put you on timeout. All right. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Shout out to Stack McChange. Shout out to all the blue crew here in the game. Super chats are open. Send in a super chat for TA, a deep dive, a coin you want us to look at. If you want us to break down what it looks like on CoinMarketCap, whatever's coming your way, let us know. All right. We're going to look here at BOOKMAP and see what's happening on the BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is a heat map order book showing us where the actual orders are and where the whales want to take us. And they're kind of locked and loaded here from 26.8 to 27.8. Pretty interesting. They have us kind of trapped in a zone. So then we go out and we look at where the closer liquidity is. And there's just a little more liquidity at 27.5, 26.8. You know, my little flag suggests we go to 27,800. These also suggest there's a chance we do go that way, but only time will tell. But, you know, there's a little bit of probability fading or pushing our way for Bitcoin to go to the upside. But right now we're sideways inside the flag, and that's where we end. That flag has a 68% chance of a break to the upside, so you just play the flag the way the flag is supposed to be. Verified organizations, that's interesting. I've been waiting for my monetization. I asked numerous times. We'll see what happens if we can get it in. Shout out to my man asking about BenCoin. We'll take a look at BenCoin. I did jump in on BenCoin. I will disclose. So I own a little bit of BenCoin. I figured the biggest hype in the game, you know, and you know how Ben gets things going. He gets, you know, heavy retweets. He trends on Twitter. So it would only make sense that we would get BenCoin, right? You know, like I would get it because why not? I got other coins that didn't have as much movement, you know. So funny, Avalanche continues. The meme coin Avalanche. Well, it was only a matter of time. They're called meme coins for a reason. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, never in history of meme coins has there been so many tweets. Nearly 2 million. I don't care if you hate Ben. We've been hearing so many meme coins. Wow. From the silly blondie. Big money is moving from ETH projects like Ben and Cappy as well as BAM. This guy just writes that stuff to try to move you. Ben, price prediction 2020. That's funny, right? So you're going to go to Dex Screener. And we're going to put in the actual contract address there. Lifer, when is a good place to buy Ben coin? I don't know, man. We're going to take a look at it, and you're going to have to figure it out on your own here and figure out what you see happening for Ben. I'm not going to ever tell you when to buy or sell my man Stanford Bond Co. LLC. But we'll take a look at the charts, and we'll see what the charts convey. Ben coin up 35% on the day. And you got to see who's buying what. Look, 11,000, 5,000, 3,700 people are just aping in. This guy sold $61,000 worth today. Wow. Cash it in on that move. 5,000 buy there. This person sold 58,000. So some whales are dipping on Bencoin right now. You can see 19,000. Interesting. And then some smaller buys. Someone selling. A lot of the bigger sells are big money. 3,000, 11,000, 1,800. All right. 10,000 being sold. Wow. 5,000. Interesting. May 20. Yeah, and that's on the 23rd today. Wow. Still a lot of action. Look, 16,000. 60,000 being bought right there. 16.8 being, did he really, is that the same? You can kind of see if the same contract. There's 71. So there's nope, two different people. That's good to know. It wasn't the same guy. So we got some big buys. We got some bigger sells. See what's happening. Some people taking advantage of the hype of the morning for Bencoin. All right. And let's just take a look at what price action is saying here for Ben. Now, we talked about Ben. We put it in this falling wedge. It bounced up to 706. We talked about how this could make a move to the upside. And you can see, then I put it in this little symmetrical triangle after that. And you can see it never really went lower than that. Had you just held on at that point, this thing did definitely go up to the upside, about a beautiful 150% gains. And from when we first put it in this falling wedge, it's up 300% gains. So, hey, we were tracking out Bencoin, showing you what we were seeing. And the charts conveyed a move, and boom, we got a bit of a move. What I like here, look, show me the charts that I'll show you the news. Whatever they're brewing up or happening, this shows that there is a big breakout coming. That's a nice consolidation. Bullpen it, if you ask me, with a measured move to the upside just on the technical analysis alone. This thing is looking hot to trot. We take a look at the fibs, and we came all the way back down to the 706. Then we bounced inside the golden pocket and got a bit of a move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for Bencoin. I am personally in Bencoin, all right? So I just want to make that really clear. I do own some Bencoin. I like to disclose when I do own a coin. And again, that shouldn't tell you to buy or sell it. It's completely up to you. It's just this is in real life. This is my real life. And I share my real life with each and every one of you. The passing of my father, the ups and downs, everything that I'm going through, regardless of the moment in time, right? And so I hope people will look back on the show and realize it was more than just TA. It was the essence of a human being, giving every single thing I had every single day. And yes, sometimes I may not have been perfect. People have judged me, but at the end of the day, I've given so much of myself, so that's why people get to judge. I've shared so many of my days with each and every one of you, day after day after day after day, from traveling to family to it all. And you've all been there with me no matter what. Okay. Ben, USDT ticker. Ben, wrapped ETH, man. On Uniswap, that's where you can get it. I believe it's already on MEXC, though. Let's take a look here. Is it already on MEXC? I'm pretty sure it was on MEXC. Yeah, MEXC, Ben, USDT right there on MEX Global. That's why I love my baby MEX Global. I really do. Place to be, man. They got every single coin faster than fast, and they get them before all the other coins come out. So it's an amazing deal, right? So that's why I like MEXC, because there could be bogged down fees here on Uniswap. MEXC will have access to these coins quicker and faster than everybody else in the game. All right. Jimmy Price, his name will live on forever. Shout out to my man. Thank you so much for the $19.99. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for the love, man. I really, really appreciate that. May God bless you, brother. Thank you. So, Ben, I believe I'm going to DCA it to Ben. Could Ben make you a millionaire? You never know. It all depends, You can make yourself a millionaire just by believing in yourself and believing that you could do anything you put your mind to. All right. So look, let's go find Ben here. All right. Ben, USDT, there it is. Okay, sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 12,809. All right. And I'm going to go hard a little bit there and grab another $700 worth of Ben at these prices. All right. Before the whole world jumps on in and gets crazy, I'm going to snatch up some more Ben. All right. I'm going to buy about $800 worth of Ben and add to the Ben bag. The first Ben I bought is on Uniswap. Okay. I wonder if we can actually send Ben on the contract address. I believe we could. We could see that too. Let me take a look here at my wallet for a second. I just want to see if I could send Ben from my MetaMask wallet on in. All right. And I'll show you the Ben that I bought a long time ago. That's up like 300% now because I got into Ben a while back. So again, just being part of this channel, you could have seen how we jumped into Ben. There's my pulse chain too. I'm going to be doing a whole video on pulse chain, breaking it down. We're going to be talking about it. Stay tuned. We're going to show you how to bridge and all that fun stuff. This channel is going to be your interruptible channel, your place to go. And look at that. Ben's already up. I went at 12.8. That's up to 12.9 already. Ben doing damage. Ben. I might just add a little more to Ben. I mean, this thing is hype right now. It's so hype. And who knows what they're cooking up. I'm going to buy a little more. I'm going to load up. All right. There you go. I loaded up on Ben. All right. And there you have it. So I'm just going to look at my wallet for a second on spot. And I just want to see, could I send Ben? Where's the address and all that fun stuff? All right. So if I were to deposit Ben, yeah, ERC20 network. Yep. So they generate an address for you, and you would grab it, and I believe you'd be able to send Ben from Uniswap all the way on in. All right. Yep. So I would go to my Ethereum mainnet address, where my original Ben token is right there. All right. And you click on Ben, and then you would send Ben, right, to the address here that I paste that they make for you here. And you would be sending Ben as an ERC20, right, which is pretty simple to do. Not that hard to make an ERC20. So boom, boom, boom. And there I can send Ben from my MetaMask wallet. All you would do is go to your deposits section inside of MEXC Global. I don't want to show you my deposit address because I'm, and you would click on that, hit copy, and then you would paste it here. All right. And then you'd be able to send the Ben to the address properly. All right. So just one thing to think about. I just want to keep that on your mind. Another thing we do in this channel, we're not just, a lot of the other channels that do TA, they don't really know the back end of how to move coins. They don't really understand the ecosystems. We're a DeFi solid over here. I found Cake at 60 cents. Started mining and doing stuff with Cake early bird style before a lot of people were even into Cake. So just wanted to make that, you'll learn so much here with us with BenCoin. All right. So yeah, there's the Ben. Amazing. And I could send my Ben likely in 30 seconds. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. All right, all right, all right. Funny, I got into WAZ. I don't know if anyone was into WAZ token. But if it goes up with the price of Ethereum, right? WAZ token. Just going to show you WAZ real quick. This was like a long-term staking idea that I got into a long time ago. All right, the WAZ token. They didn't pay me or anything to do this. I just want to talk about it because I haven't really looked at it in a long time. All right. And I can look at my dashboard here. And so I put in the WAZ a long time ago, and you can see my portfolio. Some of this WAZ is going to be in here for a long, long time. Mint WAZ, Tau Dai, where's like liquid referrals, WAZ staking. And see, look, this is 867 days ago. I'm going to take this out in 2031, which is absolutely insane. This one matured already. All right. It made 13.3% APY, 2,000 WAZ. And then I put less WAZ in for that long-term staking idea. Kind of want to just continue with stake, or we'll see what happens. I haven't really looked at it in a while. Then they had advanced staking too as well. still earning interest by creating your first stake. Create advanced staking, ETH. And that's something I would have to deep dive into. But if you got into WAZ, let me know. That was a long time ago. It's funny, man. Let's wait 2,784 more days. We're 20% through the maturity of this insane. And if Ethereum's at like 20,000 or 40,000, who knows at that point, be a pretty big deal. All right. So remember, for Bitcoin, we're watching this flag, and then we're watching the bigger flag here. All right. If we can't break out of that flag and we see a rejection at that point, we're likely for the 4 hour to come back down to the bottom of this channel. That would be a great short. All right. How do we figure that out is this flag will start to stutter. All right. And then we could see us break down. This is the resistance. Same idea right there. In my mind, the smaller time frame, we broke out, though, to the upside. All right. So we just got to break through this resistance. It's so important that we close a 4 hour candle above 27,442 to remain bullish. Bullish, as we used to say when we were trading Phantom, if you remember correctly. So Ben has been all the hype. All right. We broke that down for you. We talked about it. We went over it. And we even showed you the chats. Show me the Bens, and I'll show you the chats over here. Over here. And this is Ben here, starting to form a symmetrical triangle, almost like a bull pennant, too. And that could have a bigger move to the upside for Ben. And this could just be the beginning for Ben token. All the way to 62.98% Ben. So you can see right here, how much Ben do I own? Well, right there, that's $700 worth of Ben. All right. And then if we go to my MEXC account here, and I were to sell all my Ben right now at this price. So I got about two grand worth of Ben, which to me is pretty decent for a meme coin. You know what I mean? Same thing I did there with Pepe. We put in about 2 to 3 grand, 3,500 when it started, and Pepe started to moon. So, hey, I'm a speculative guy. I like to speculate all the time, and we'll see it. How did you hear about BlackRock invest in Pepe? That's an interesting thing. Did BlackRock really? I don't know if I believe that. BlackRock and Pepe. Wow. Is Wall Street BlackRock a Pepe whale? What? What a strange interdimensional trip it's been. Upper black. Look. So the opinion blah. On May 18th, Look on Chain Analytics account spread the word that BlackRock Fund was likely a large holder of Pepe meme coins as it withdrew a massive amount of them from Binance. Now the same Twitter account added a possible explanation as to what may have happened. The tweet published on Thursday shows an address linked to the prominent funds managing company, which drew about 1.3 trillion Pepe from the Binance crypto trader to 4 different addresses. The analytics account assumed that these 4 wallets were newly created ones by BlackRock. However, today the Look on Chain provided an update saying this may have been a random address registered on the .eth domain under the name of BlackRock Fund. Yeah, just be careful. Sounded like some FUD to me. I don't know if that's true. So, yeah, BlackRock and Pepe. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but let's get real, all right? Your green screen has holes at the top for your information. Thank you. What is that, really? Let me see here. Right there? Let me see. I don't see it, so I don't know what he's saying. This is this guy. I don't see anything. Anyways. Oh, right there. I see it. I see it. Thank you. When I was gone the other day, I was sitting a lot, and I had put the green screen down, right? And so I just need to boost it up a little bit. Is this still not loading? There it is. So, I mean, what a picture. You got Garrick Soloway, Tom Crown, Crypto Phase, Loudmouth, Sin City Crypto, and Crypto Lifer. Epic people here. Who's that guy? It's funny, man. I never thought I'd be hanging out with the YouTubers, man. Having a blast. What a family to be a part of. And God bless everybody that's been awesome part of this journey, because without you, I never would have made it there. Shout out to the 501 people on the live, 182 likes. Again, if you were in part of the trading group, you would have been privy to this beautiful pump to the upside. Say who in the trading group made gains, who in the trading group learned how to trade with me, and knew that if they hadn't taken the course, hadn't jumped in to the trading group, they would not have been able to make the gains that they made. That education really took them to the next level. All right? Took them to the next level. All right? We got cufflinks. Who else wears cufflinks on the live? Let me know. Who else you see wear cufflinks besides Dan Pena? Right? Sold all the Pepe and transferred to the trading account. Possible BlackRock could pump it, then dump it. Anything could happen. And where's everybody from? We got 514 people on the live. Tell me what you ate for breakfast. If you did or did not, say I did not eat or I did eat. Tell me what you're doing. Let me know. I want to know where you're from. I don't want to know what you're doing. Send the love to the lifers, baby. I love each and every one of you. And remember, I just bought Ben. Where did I buy Ben, and why did I buy Ben where I bought it? Let's talk about it. I bought Ben. Ooh. I bought Ben on MEXC because they have zero spot maker and taker fees. It is what it is. It's the place to be. You know what I mean? So join MEXC Global today and jump on in for the zero fees. All right? Who wants to pay fees when you're buying coins? I'll tell you, not me. Not me. Not me. Black coffee with mushroom powder and Celeon cinnamon. Sounds pretty muddy to me. Makes me think I'm going to take my lion's mane later on today and get down to brass tacks. Wake and Bake Live from New York City. Ooh, wow. Jersey Shore. Did not eat yet. Can I join from Sweden? Of course, you can join anytime you want. Anyone can join all around the world, baby. Melbourne. Tell me where you're from and what you ate. Roti and chicken from North Carolina. Work at Getting Crypto News. Lights from the Lifer. Thanks, bro. Clearwater, Florida in lemon water. No food till 12. J Soul 8484. Ja Soul. We had this guy in our group called Ja Soleil. It reminds me of him. Costa Rica. Fasting. My man, Cesar Cordero. Doing damage. Doing the right thing for his body. Fasting for that immune system. Getting it going. So, still in the flag. Aggressive move coming for Bitcoin. But again, we got to get back above the zone. We could hit this and not make it back above. Could be kind of a jagged double top away or triple top too. So, just be careful. But this is a 68% chance of breaking out. That's called a bullish rectangle. And it's more likely we break up than break down. All right? It is what it is. Made a nice futures trade yesterday. We nailed it. Massive gains in futures. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade this little flag here just to show you how to trade it. And again, we may win, we may lose. There's no guarantees. So what I do is I look at the exact time frame that we're looking at, like the 15. We'll get rid of this here. You're going to make, and again, less than 1% of portfolio. And we're going to continue to grow this. I did put $1,000 into there, so I just want to make that clear. I have $14.96 now in this account. I need a little more so I could get some cross pumpage. So the long position place to get in would have been at the bottom already. We kind of missed the perfect entry there, but we're still moving to the upside. Let's look at our 5-minute time frame. 5 minutes a little high for me. Let me take a look here. I don't like to get in when the smaller. If I'm going to scalp a small time frame, that's a little high for me there. But it is kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and we could go more sideways. Interesting. We dipped, we broke back in, or you could even make it a broadening falling wedge, depending. Let's look at our 7-minute time frame. Yeah, it's a little overbought. I usually don't like to get in when the 7 minutes that high. All right. However, the 15-minute could pin that 7, and we could still get a pretty nice move to the upside. Let's look at our 1 minute. Our 1 minute in a bit of a flag too. Okay. So when I'm going to scalp the 15, the smaller time frames are far more significant. If I'm going to scalp like the 4 hour, the 1 hour, I may just look at the 15. I may not go any lower. But when I'm looking at a very small time frame scalp, I want to make sure we nail it, you know? So the idea, though, is one of two things. We could just trade the 15 and not look at the smaller time frames. Look at our risk-reward ratio. So we'd like to get to 27,950. And the stop loss would have to be somewhere at a 2.8 to 2.9, somewhere below this wick, all right? Right here. And, you know, another thing, we looked at the liquidation indicator, and that's kind of loaded up here. Let's take a look. And it says there's a lot of longs here that they'd like to liquidate. So just kind of an idea here. There's a lot of liquidity right here, and they're in the money. You know, maybe we go up one more, just clean these out, and then come back down. But it does say that they're going to bring us further down than up. So I just be careful than that. You know, even though whatever the charts say, the liquidity is lower. So I always take that into account, no matter what, right? But it doesn't mean, once I know that information, I then decide whether I'm going to take the TA advice or, you know, but I don't let the liquidity completely draw me away from the probability of the technical analysis. Like, that is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. There's a 68% chance I win this trade if I take it. You get it? Now I could just be more precise with entry based on what I know about the charts. So that's the only thing. Like, this may go lower like this, and we may be in like a flag like this, and I might be able to get it. They might bring us down, get the wicks out, try to get as many of those long people out, and then that would be a really, really nice entry. 3333327 Love it. You got to love it. All right, so that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. Thank you for the stream and the knowledge. Waco in the house. Jacksonville, Florida. North Carolina, Costa Rica. Let's try this again. This didn't work out too well. Sweden. We're going to do another roll call in a little while. And I'm going to read everybody's town where you're from. Buenos Dias, Sam on the 44 at Madison, NYC, working on an elevator. My man, doing damage. All those elevators are always, something's always funny going on with those things. The charts for breakfast, Cache Valley, Utah. Just coffee and water for me until lunch. Amen. Georgia, egg whites with breakfast, muffin, turkey, ham, and Havarti cheese. Sounds pretty nice to me. I don't eat pork, but that's fine. Some people do, some people don't. It is what it is. But it sounds like a beautiful breakfast. Santa Ana, El Salvador, Sofia, Bulgaria, Bristol, New York, Brooklyn. Okay, back on the chats. I see you. Elevator Man, Local 3, Manhattan. Amen. Spring Hill, Florida. Got to come down to Pensacola, Lifer. I think you'd like it. I'll check out Pensacola. Me and my wife have looked at it a few times. It's on the little side of Florida there. Bro, can you do analysis on FTN? I don't know what he's asking about. Send it to Super Chat, TA or Deep Dive. Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. My man. The Netherlands, Philippines. Shout out to my man Chester Reyes for the Philippines. Listening to Lifer while delivering for the UPS makes the day go by quicker. Amen. Shout out to Crit Cats. My other buddy was a UPS worker too as well. My man Jamal. Elevator Man, always get it up, baby. That's funny. Down under, Aussie matey. Mine. Shout out to Sheffrey Bridges. Aussie. Sam is the man. That's Jebatron. I knew it. Love you, bro. Love you too, Jebatron. Every single time. Huntington Beach, California. Jonathan Evans. Murder Apples. Oh, wow. Yikes. Philippines. Shout out to Shano in the house. SoCal. Have an energy drink for breakfast. Worked out at 5 a.m. About to drive into work listening to the Lifer. Wow, you already had a beautiful day, man. Look at you. Sailing in the British Virgin Islands. Dude, send us an email. I would like to come on a sailboat with you. If you got the Wi-Fi going on. I also own a sailboat. Maybe we could sail together. What's up with Anthony? What elevator company are you with? Teach me the way. Send us an email, cryptolifers@gmail.com. Just tell us a little more about your sailing journey. I would love to know. Joseph Standfish. Let us know. Standish. Like Miles Standish. Daytona Beach in the house. My man from Daytona, Florida. Vallejo, California. What's up, Anthony? What elevator company are you with? When you read Lifer's testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. And send a testimonial. If I've changed your life, if something has happened, it's the best way to give back to the Lifer crew is to send in a testimonial. All right? 7 minutes suggests we will get lower prices, so I don't have to go and FOMO on in. Remember the old days when you were emotionally foaming in and you didn't know the charts and all you did was just have to buy. You know, and again, we could get a huge spike. I might miss it being patient, but I'd rather be patient and lock in a perfect entry than chase at entry. Okay? That's just how it is. Eventually, you have to curtail the emotions and hang on for dear. You know, you can't just hang on for dear life. You have to have a plan and stick to the plan no matter what. That is the plan. To stick to the plan. All right. Shout out to all my beautiful souls on the live stream. God bless you all. I love you all more than you would ever know, and I appreciate you all for being here. It means the world to me that you would jump on into the live stream every single day and kick it with the Lifer. All right? We got so many people on the live. I really appreciate it. And people are going to come back. Think people that leave the trading group are the same people that come back even faster. They realize, dang, like, I can't afford it. Next thing you know, they're watching the market rip, and they're like, dude, I would have been able to afford it because the group would have probably helped me get the education that would help me get paid, right? So, remember, we just join the trading group here with the link and the MEXC link. Both of these links right here ready to go. They're pinned in the comment section, so you don't have to find them or look for them again. Can you check out Doge? Says Bullish Roger Dodger. My man, let's take a look at our baby Dogecoin. Doge. And I'm not a huge Doge supporter or Doge lover, but, you know, Doge has been around. Shout out to the 546 people on the live, 229 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. This is not your average YouTube channel. Let's go, baby! I got cufflinks on for crying out loud. I'm dressed ready to go to impress every single day. It's not easy to put on a suit and tie every single day, but I do it because I love y'all, and I do it for the respect, all right? And I like to dress nice. If anyone saw me in Bitcoin Miami, I was always dressed spot on, keeping myself, you know, dapper, as dapper is, as dapper does. And why do I dress so dapper? Because you know why? There's just a level of respect you get when you dress nice. Like, I walked around the city, and like people were trying to get into clubs and stuff like that, right? And when you're just dapper, it's just real easy. Like, you just walk in and the guy looks at you and he's like, this guy takes himself so seriously. You know, hotel staff, people like that, they're just they're more apt to cater to you, treat you with more. They're going to treat everyone with respect at a nice hotel, but trust me, wearing a pocket square, keeping yourself extra nice. Like I was looking at this one restaurant. I ate alone for a second waiting because I was one night I was a little down on my dad. The last night, I was thinking of my dad a lot, and I was like, I wasn't sure if I could handle a lot of people. You know, I was just kind of struggling. And you know, I kind of sat and I went to this Mediterranean restaurant that I had been the last 2 nights in a row, late at night with my buddy Rob. And the guy recognized me, the owner recognized me, and he was like, hey, this guy's VIP. Send him a free talk. He sent me like a nice tea and a little baklava or whatever. And super nice guy. Then he sat with me and started asking me about coins and stuff like that. It was interesting, right? So Dogecoin on the daily. Like if I was just regular, I don't know if he would have cared. You know what I mean? It just, people tend to give you a little extra love, a little extra respect. I'm just being honest. And so it's not really the main reason I do it. I do it for myself. I personally like to look nice. For years here's the real story. For years I worked a night shift. You know, I'm not going to hide it. Worked a night shift from 7 to 5 in the morning or 7 to 3 in the morning. Sometimes it went to 5 though. On really, really late days, sometimes I was there till like 6 a.m. one time when we had to get done. Like 5 or 6 times it got out of control, maybe a little more. And so Doge, you know, and when you work like that, I was working jeans and just a tee and just like a sweater. No one really saw me at work, so it didn't matter. And now I live my own life. I'm my own boss, so I don't have to abide by anybody's rules. So these are my rules. And I didn't always get to dress nice, so why not? You know, I'm 40 years old. I'll be 80 before I know it. Time will go by like this. I can't believe I'm already halfway through this life cycle. If I get to 80 or 90 years old, I'm approaching halfway, if not already there. So, my dad passed at 76 years old. On his way to 77, he would have turned 77 in October. And this would be my first summer without my dad. It's pretty kind of sad. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. You know, some days it gets to you. Some days you're able to handle it. Today's one of those days where I seem pretty able to handle it. You know. So we got a bit of a cup and handle here. Slight cup and handle. Doge 1, 2, 3. A bit of a triple bottom right there, too. Holding the previous resistance became support here. It's like resistance, resistance. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Looks pretty interesting. Let's take a look at our 3-day chart. Our 3-day chart suggests that we could pump up where to the 200 SMA. I wouldn't be surprised if Doge got a little bit of a push here to the upside. Nothing crazy, but maybe a 55% gain up to 11. I'd watch Doge closely for this possible move. You have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. You would have to put in a higher high at one point. Doge is somewhat struggling. It's not amazing after that spike it had. But, you know, it's going sideways, and it's showing strength here at the support line. If it gets above this point of control, it can easily gap up to this area here at about 14. So I don't think it's that far away from 14. Again, Bitcoin would have to play ball. If Bitcoin takes a nasty dump all the way to the downside, it probably will take Doge even lower. But right now, it looks like Doge may have bottomed here at this level. Kind of an Adam and Eve double bottom there too, with a huge pump to the upside and then sideways price action. So that's what I'm looking at for Doge. Two things. The safest way to play Doge, for me personally, I don't know what you'd have to get the education, is bounce here off this point of control and be able to ride it up to the next gap here, maybe to this level here. Just take this gap into consideration, because gaps can help you. That's the volume range visual profile. And that gap could pump you all the way to the upside. Shout out to the $30 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely wonderful and amazing. God bless everybody here with the love, light, and the happiness. You know, we all we have is ourselves. We must stay positive. We must push every single day. No matter how hard it feels, no matter how bad you feel, you got to work out. I work out, and the working out creates something really, really nice. You know what I mean? Buenos dias, Sam on the 44th of Madison. Shout out to everybody here. SoCal had an energy drink for breakfast. Oh, yeah, nice. I could tow in a suit and still get home clean. My man. 2-day green dot on market cipher B with expanding volatility means probable big move to the upside. You know what the green dot is really too is also just bullish divergence. You got to let the positive parts of your dad live out through you. The best parts. The mannerisms and stuff. Then you realize that people aren't gone. They're the same as being somewhere else. But they are in you. Amen. So funny. So many things my dad does. Like today, he used to grab my, we always say, oh, I love you in the morning. My dad said I love you to me every single day, too. I know some people that said their dad had a problem saying I love you and stuff. My dad told me he loved me every day of my life. Probably wasn't more days than not, my dad would call me and tell me that he loved me. Sometimes we would go at it. Sometimes we didn't have, but Sam's just going to ignore me after we fell in love in Miami. Tom Crown, man, I love you, brother. Tom Crown, man. Tom Crown has tight buns, man. You know, can I say that on the live? Is that right? Is that wrong? Is that wrong, Tommy? Did I just break a code? No homo, of course. I just, Shout out to Tommy coming on into the live, man. Tom, man, that was a great picture. That we are a family, man. Crypto is a family, only if it's factually correct. I thought it was. You know what I mean? One time I brushed by you accidentally. I didn't mean to, and I almost bounced off like a quarter. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the celebrity guest, Tommy C in the house. No one calls him Tommy C. I like to get personal and friendly. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. Badonkadonk, someone wrote. So funny, man. Guys are looking at at Busted Out Laughing at work. So funny, man. We got to collab soon. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Truth, no one calls me Tommy C. I'm Sammy P, man. You know what I mean? Oh, man. I feel like I need to wear I need sunglasses on right now. I'm like, where are my sunglasses? Whenever Tom's around, I feel like I need to wear sunglasses. But no, high energy guy, lovable person. He told me his last name. I promised I would never tell anybody, so I can't. But I know his last name. But I can't tell anybody. He whispered it to me. He whispered sweet nothings. Oh, man. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Thank you for jumping on in. Bullish on tight cheeks, my man. Shout out to Chaos. You guys are crazy. Hola. Shout out to BioMEXC with the hola. Shout out to any Sin City crypto people out here. He pinky promised. Yeah. I think I actually did pinky promise, right? Wasn't it? We were locked in. Stupid. Soul, please. And ACH. Shout out to Safta Nigus with the PLN. What is PLN? I don't know what that is. Anyone know what kind of money PLN is? I have no clue what that is. But look, here's the pullback we were talking about. 7-minute time frame, a little high here. We're likely to get a little bit of exposure here further to the downside if we can. Could even be like a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. And I'm not saying I'm bearish right now. I like what the 15-minute could be doing, but just want to wait on that 7-minute to come on down here, possibly make a lower low, and then we might be able to get that nice pump to the upside, right? But I'm just waiting on those stochastics. I don't like to buy high stochastics. It's just not my thing, all right? That'll be your stage name, Elton Jeffs, all right? Love to everyone. Shout out to R. Sumra. Shout out to Aaron Meller. Shout out to D-Dubs. Shout out to Scotty Swing on the house. Thomas Semenich, my man. Shout out to Guns and Loaded. Shout out to Ivan Hernandez. Shout out to Heck Thor 2.0. DFK fam. What does DFK mean? I don't know all these cool little new age stuff. PLN is Poland money. So he's sending me some Poland money. I could spend that in Poland. And he's asking for Soul and ACH. I don't know. We don't usually do double ups, but I'm in a good mood today. Let's take a look. Shout out to the $33.36 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely beautiful. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on into the live and being here. And last night, my wife made me a grilled cheese for dinner. But it was amazing. She made it on sourdough bread with really oozy cheddar cheese. It tasted like an artisan grilled cheese. Like, I don't know how my wife does it, but she can make a grilled cheese taste like a filet mignon. She is just the best wife on earth. Every man out there that is a heterosexual male, because I don't want to pigeonhole anybody these days. You never know. And I'm not excluding anyone, but I believe that once you marry a good woman, your life will change for the best. And cherish that every single day. Make sweet love to your wife whenever you can. No offense. I hope I'm not offending anyone, but just cherish each other's souls, cherish each other's bodies, cherish each other. I got home from Miami and it's just, wow. Me and my wife were like, it's been like, I can't even, whatever, too much information, but it's been like newlyweds the last few days. I don't know what it was. I think she was worried I saw too many beautiful women in Miami. She wanted to remind me what it was like to be home, if you know what I'm saying. But again, as many women there are in Miami, none of them compared to my wife. My wife is the best thing since sliced bread. So anyway, this daily here on Solana says if Bitcoin gets a little bit of a pump, there might be a nice little scalp here for Solana. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. The daily does want to move. You're going to wait for the smaller time frames to make sure we don't come down here and do some type of bearish retest, make some type of bear flag. And we could go lower, technically. We could pull a midi fib here too, just on this movement And you can see we did wick down to close to the 618. We're kind of hanging on that 382. Yeah, not too shabby. And there's a point of control here. We get above the point of control, we can gap up to this volume area high at about 42. So again, Bitcoin would have to play ball. If Bitcoin takes a nasty dump, Bitcoin could pump and then go sideways. Then some of the money could flow into Solana. It's interesting. I don't believe it's my cup of tea. I believe there may be a better trade there, but this looks interesting. Solana may get a little bit of a pump. That phone coming out too got them. They may have some more news coming out. There's a gap of the VRVP right here too. Might be even a quicker little scalp trade to 33. Just something to think about there on the daily time frame for Solana. Let's take a look at Alchemy Pay. I saw them. They actually had a cabana at one of the parties I was at. Alchemy Pay here. And we'll look at ACH on KuCoin. It's also on Binance. All right. So we looked at Alchemy Pay. Last time I talked about it, I talked about this falling wedge breaking to the upside off the bottom of this channel. And lo and behold, it did break out a nice 37% gains for Alchemy Pay in a bit of a kind of evolving, or ascending cup and handle to the upside, possibly to make a bit of a move here. All right. Behind every big man stands a strong woman. Amen. Amen. TMI, Sammy, TMI. Is there a sliced bread meme coin yet? You're funny. Squad has bullish divs on the 4-hour. Measured move looks juicy. Shout out to Lumper in the house. Shout out to the 277 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's go. If I was watching your channel, you know I'd hit that like button, baby. Let's go. I wouldn't play you. I would give you everything I had, which includes my finger touching the mouse. Also, if you hit the mouse and it hurts, we'll get you. Ceviche at the Cabana. Shout out to Jacob Sheldon. Come boating in Bermuda with me, lifer. All unlimited lemon water. Andrew Brooks, send me an email. And we could make that happen. I could stay in an Airbnb there in Miami, meet up with you, and then we could take that boat all the way to Bermuda, baby. I would love to do that. So let me know, or I'll fly to Bermuda. Just let me know, man. If it makes sense, we'll do it. Me and my wife is a traveler. She always needs a reason. And if I tell her, hey, man, this guy's got a beautiful boat, he's going to do this and that, he's going to show us around. So send an email to my wife, cryptolifers@gmail.com, and say, hey, man, I want to take you boating, or I want to show you guys what's going on. Shout out to Crypto Grady Vibe. Shout out to Crypto Grady. We got to get Crypto Grady on the live again every single day. He should jump on in every day. After tennis, let's rent some Sea-Doos. Let's do it, man. 4 hours hidden bull. I'm about to buy a couple Sea-Doos, man. I love those things. Just keep them on a trailer and just whip around. BlackRock Pepe News is just telling me what the chart says. Buy bacon on the beach. You never know. That's an old saying from a Simpsons show. But again, I also want to keep it PG, so I realize it wasn't the most PG thing. Anyway, so Alchemy Pay continuing to pump to the upside, but the daily getting a little high. And look, previous support does become resistance. We'd have to flip this area for an SR flip, right? But it is forming this kind of bigger channel here. And can we continue to the upside? Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame for Alchemy Pay. It's getting a little high too as well, but it broke out of this channel. I have to admit, every few minutes throughout the hour, I think about the Celtics, and I just cannot believe what a great season they had, and just what a flop. Not even to bring it to game. Whatever. They could win 4 straight, so I'm open-minded. They can win 4. I'm open-minded. Anything is possible, but it's just highly unlikely. But again, it doesn't mean it can't happen. Let's go one game at a time. Let's see what happens to the Celtics. I believe they play one game tonight. Can you take a Bay 22 flatboat with 250 on it? Can you lake gap? Ben Bitboy deal went through last night. What is the deal, though? Like, he kept saying the deal. What is the deal that he tried to get? Someone was going to purchase all the liquidity or something? I can't figure out exactly what the deal means. If anyone knows more. I know, and the Bruins flop, too. Butler has Jordan vibes. A clash with Jokic on the finals. This is going to be insane. How many suits should a man own? I mean, I'd say about 10 suits. 10 suits is official. It gives you enough movement. And make at least 5 of them 3-piece. That way you don't always have to wear the suit. You can wear the vest. You can mix and match. You know what I mean? But it takes time to get up to 10 suits. And then you grow out of some. Some go out of style too. So it's not that easy. Ask my wife. My wife was in the suit business for a long time. All right? And I got tailors too. I got tailors that my wife knows. They hook me up. They make me $2,000 suits for $1,000 and stuff like that, But WAZIN Custom Tailor, this is my man right here. WAZIN Custom Tailors, all right, in New York City. Check them out, all right. In-home and office appointments, he'll come to you right away. But this is my man, Sam WAZIN. All right, and he makes beautiful suits from scratch. I mean, look at this thing. That thing is beautiful. Interesting suit. Nice patterns. And you could call 212-752-2239. Tell him Sammy sent you. And go to wazin.com. This guy will make you a custom suit. And I'll ask him if we can do like a 10% discount for the lifers. I'll reach out. We'll do something. But these suits are just beautiful. And this guy's father was a suit. This is I really like this pattern here. The gray with the lines. That's going to be the next suit that I get right there. And they do fit you like a glove. People have been complimenting me every time I wear these suits. You can get the double-breasted if you want to go that way. That's a little too much for me. I got this color blue right here. This is my suit right there. You can see it. All right. Custom and highly recommended custom dress shirts and custom suit makers. And this guy just makes them spot on, man. He also, look, he does martial arts and stuff too, which is pretty cool. You got to love that. Follow me on Instagram if you can at The Real Crypto Lifer. Biden bullies Bitcoin, right? Follow me at The Real Crypto Lifer, 1,400 followers and more. Funny, we're losing followers on Instagram, which is weird. I had 1,500. Never seen that happen before. Wait, is this really me, though? I want to make sure you have The Real Crypto Lifer. Yeah. Funny, I'm wearing the Celtics hat. Funny, man. Back in the day, it was see-through because it was, that's hilarious. Alongside recent history, watch these scripted videos too. They're going to break it down for you, teach you so much about cryptocurrency, AI. If you haven't watched my scripted videos, I'm telling you right now, they're going to change your life. Alex Becker talking about not drinking alcohol. I'm about to make the same video because I'm on the same tip, man. Alcohol is just pointless. Hurts the body. Really dulls you down. Isn't needed. Just bot purges. Crypto accounts have a lot of bots. IG takes followers away all the time. I've never seen that. I never saw IG take followers away. BitBoy mentioned your name yesterday. He spoke highly on you. Oh, what a nice dude, man. God bless you, man. God bless BitBoy, man. He's the man, dude. Hey, man. I know when someone supports me, but he's been supporting me since day one, since I first came out. All right? So I support people that support me straight up. Straight up. Straight up. He mentioned me on the live stream. Pretty nice of him. YouTube unsubscribed me here for some reason. Wow. Even my man Cesar Cordero, who's one of my diehard fans. And everyone, make sure you subscribe back to the channel. If you get unsubscribed, please subscribe back to the channel. We're going to win this battle to 50,000. And it's not easy. I'm telling you, I go hard. Look, I've made 2,000 videos at this point. 2,000 videos. We have grinded day in and day out. Never missed a day for Bitcoin. Never missed a day. Continually grinding. So I'd watch Alchemy Pay. Look at that nice cup and handle that broke out too. I'd watch this flag because the cup and handle suggests that more is coming. The length of the pole there. And that kind of matches up with the length of there. So I'd look for some sideways price action, and the 4-hour could reset. I would look out for Alchemy Pay. Sam did his lifers win that TA pool. We did, man. We won that. Yep. BitBoy has a video explaining what the plan with Ben is. I have to watch it. I watched BitBoy for 7 years now. Lifer, do you have a Binance feed account? Yes, I do. Yep. My team does a Binance feed account. Yep. Yes, we do. Hold on 1 second. Right? My wife came in. I had to let her in. So sorry. I lost people on the live because you did that to me. Oh my God, interview with Leia. I'm going to cry. Dude, you would have been there with me too. Ben bought all the founders' coins for 1K ETH. Interesting. Actually a really good plan. The coin is going to be to have utility. I think all I know is he's saying it's going to be one of the ways to bring adoption into cryptocurrency. Like the one fast way to bring adoption into crypto. I'm excited. Maybe Ben could be used at stake. You never know. Maybe you could use Ben to bet and then people will buy Ben coin to actually bet, and that could create utility too as well. I mean, he has a connection with multiple ideas. He has a lot of connections. So, hey, I think you'd be a fool not to buy Ben coin. That's why I got my $2,000 in Ben coin, and I might even go harder into Ben. All right. I'm a speculator, man. I don't want to be rude. Like, I love the project, but I also speculate. Like, even if I didn't know Ben at all, and I was just a trader, and I was observing from the outside, I would say, hey, that looks interesting to me. You know what I mean? One of the biggest YouTubers in the game that's going to support a coin, and when he likes something, he talks about it. So how you know he's going to talk about it, you know he's going to push it. So, wow, Arbitrum all the way down to 116, down to new lows here on the KuCoin chart. Insane, right? But again, this is a beautiful project. I believe just scooping up Arbitrum on these lows will never hurt somebody, in my opinion. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. There's kind of a symmetrical triangle there, inside of a falling wedge at the end there. Shoulder head into shoulder dipping down. With our first higher low, we just got to get back above this point of control. Arbitrum could make a nice move to the upside. And that reminds me to take a look at the total market cap. We're also going to juxtapose Bitcoin dominance. All right, so the total market cap. Can almost say we had the shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Resistance, resistance by this line here. But I'm looking at this falling wedge. All right, that's kind of what I'm focused on. This falling wedge wants to break back to the upside. And so far, that wedge has been holding on the daily and not able to break below the diagonal support here, and previous resistance became new support here at this line. We also won the point of control, and we usually go to the value area high all the way back up. I'm expecting a $1.38 trillion market cap. And remember, the market cap was below trillions of dollars. It was horrible. Another thing is we're above the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. We got to get back above the 200 SMA here on the 4-hour time frame. Once we get above there, I'm going to long like you wouldn't believe. And I've showed this many, many times. You can go to any asset in the world, right? Watch this. This is why people love this channel, because we're about to teach you something that's going to blow your mind. We're going to go to Tesla. All right. We're also going to go to, let's say, oil. Any, IRAF Pure, any oil stock we really want to. All right. I'm about to show you something that's going to blow your mind. And look, I talked about this cup and handle on oil India. Look at that thing. That thing blasted to the upside. Just like you can trade this stuff the same way as you trade cryptos. All right. The way I trade. Anyway, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And look at this. We'll take away everything else if you like. And we'll just look at, this is a foolproof way, or not a foolproof, but one of my favorite ways to trade. So what happens is you'll get a 4-hour candle to close above the 200 SMA, like right there. I would open up along immediately, put a stop loss on the other side, and see what I can get with a trailing stop loss to the upside. That made massive gains, okay? This one, 4-hour candle was too quick, may not have been able to get it. Here, you could have opened it up. Massive gains, trailing stop loss came and get hit off, but still would have been a slightly profitable trade. Especially in an uptrend, it's fabulous, all right? Here again, you get above the 200 SMA here. Open up the trade. Stop loss right there. Massive move to the upside. Beautiful trade. Here again, you open up a trade on the other side. Stop loss right here. Massive move to the upside. Same way with the short. You get down here, open up a short. And honestly, just trading the 4-hour with the 200 SMA could be a very profitable way to trade. Okay? Now, once you're in a downtrend, you want to just start doing more, and now you have to understand trend. Low, high, lower, low. So it's not only about the 200 SMA. You have to understand trend. And then you see a gap of the VRVP. You get below, ride the gap back down. So this is how the VRVP can be implemented inside. Look, you get a close here. You open a short. Stop loss on the other side of the 200 SMA. Massive move to the downside. All right. So, right here, you get above here. You open up a long, So, and what I like about it is, you can keep your stop loss not far away from your entry, and boom, massive move to the upside. So that was oil, right? We'll take a look at Tesla, and we'll go to the 4-hour time frame, and we'll look at the 200 SMA on Tesla. All right, Tesla getting a nice little pop to the upside here out of this kind of deranged, inverted cup and handle here. So look, Tesla just got back above the 200 SMA right there, right? Possibly a good place to open up along with a stop loss on the other side and see how we can ride this thing to the upside, right? And what I'm doing is I'm just showing you here again, we got above the 200 SMA right there, open up a long, stop loss here, massive move to the upside. Open up, you get down here, you open up a short, boom. Right there, you get below, open up a short, boom. You get up here, you open up a long. And again, you just got to trail the stop, that's all, because you're not guaranteed to move every time. But look, you open up a long here, boom. You open up a long right there, boom, all right? So, total market cap, similar idea. You get back above this 200 SMA on the total market cap. That could be a massive long to the upside. That could take us all the way back up to about $1.38 trillion. Who here never saw that before? Who here just had their mind blown? When you join the 99 Lifer Trading Group, for $99, you receive the Lifer Vision Trading Course for $60. Learn the language of the charts and achieve your dreams. Email cryptolifers@gmail. I use your MEXC link, and I'm about to sub. God bless you. Thank you, Melvin Thomas. ARB going to pump eventually. I'm into Bob, not Ben. I own some Bob, too. I own more Ben than Bob, though. So funny. Oh, my God, interview with Leia. I'm going to cry. You're so funny, man. Question, you make a lot of money in crypto. What is the best off-ramp to turn your gains into fiat and send to your bank? It's a good question because it's a long story. I like Ali Bank. Ali Bank is easy. Ali Bank is crypto-friendly. They're not a brick-and-mortar bank, but an Ali Bank account is nice and easy. All right, it works pretty nicely. They're crypto-friendly, and we won't get on you about sending your crypto gains to Ali Bank. So if you have any questions about your 99 membership course registration one-on-one or would like to pay with crypto, please email cryptolifers@gmail. How about that boiled egg? Shout out to Tibby313. What do you think of VMPX? I own some VMPX. Let's just make that really clear. And there's my VMPX 7,980 VMPX right there. All right. These ordinals, inscripted ordinals. All right. I still got to ask, but there they are. You can see them all right there. They're inscriptions on Bitcoin. All right. When they say transferable, it's a 0. I don't know what that means. So I still need to learn a lot about BRC20. Are there any coins you won't touch, Lifer? Thank you very much. Not talked about a lot. There's many coins I won't go near. You know what I mean? I'm highly speculative, so you got to understand that I'm able to see things in the long term. I'm not a huge ICP fan for whatever reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I don't like Hedera Hashgraph too much for whatever reason. When I met Charles Hoskinson, he was like, "Oh, that's like a centralized coin." Whatever. But it doesn't. Actually, I don't want to say I don't like them. I just haven't invested in them. I'm looking at AI coins. AGIX on the super low right now, down at 26. 24, 25. I mean, this is this could just do damage, right? So let's look at AGIX real quick. Had the massive bump to the upside, slowly went sideways. Really weird price action, I'll give you that. Very strange price action. But again, can it get back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour? That could be a massive move to the upside. So let's look at Total 3, which is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right? Excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I mean, ICP may be huge. I'm not always right. I want to make that clear. You know what I mean? So I like 30xing, 50xing if I can. So I look at a big market cap and I usually get a little discouraged from a big market cap because I'm like, eh. So let's take a look. I mean, kind of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder here for the total market cap for all of cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We'd like to see this make an inverted head and shoulder and break back to the upside. That's something that we're looking at here. And then we're looking at something like this. All right, boom. Boom. And we have a resistance here too as well. A resistance right here and a resistance right there. So the 22-hour time frame looks like a move is coming for the Total 3, right? Right there. And we also look at my 3-day chart. My 3-day is a go-to idea here. And whenever the moving averages are tight, we pump up to the 200 SMA. We've seen this many times. So I would be expecting a move for the altcoins back up to $520 billion. Only because I've done this many times. And it's highly likely. MACD about to turn. Even the RSI itself can be put inside of a falling wedge. It's below 50, which is all I need, really, with a curvature. And the stochastics want to move to the upside. The falling wedge breaks up to the upside. And if we can get above this resistance here, which this number is going to be $397 billion, we can get all the way back up there. And again, that 200 SMA is lurking. Can we get that move? We take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and we're very close to possibly getting back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. We get above that, that can start this catalyst to the upside. So I kind of told you my story. And again, maybe we slump, we bearish, we retest, and we dump lower. There's no guarantees. These are just probabilities. I don't know how to use MEXC. Well, what are you trying to do? You're trying to open up a limit order? You know what I mean? Pretty simple. Using MEXC is very simple. Not hard at all. All right? Not hard at all. If you're going to trade a perpetual, you would go here and you would put in your take profit and your stop loss. You could either limit order or market. Market means you're going to grab it immediately. Limit order means you want to wait for price to get there. Like I could put a limit order down at 27,293. Or like, look, if we come down to the bottom of the pattern, that would be 27,211. So what I could do is I could hit limit, grab the price of Bitcoin and hit 27,211, right? I could even try to get the wick to 198 or something like that. All right. 55 cents. You can make it something, you know, right? And then how much do you want to use? Like I want to use 25% of all my capital. How much leverage you want to use? I want to use a 10x leverage. Confirm that on isolated. And then where would my take profit be? It would be at this blue line at about 28,000. We could call it 27,9, let's say 77. All right. Could make 115. And then my stop loss would have to be somewhere here at about 26,986. So I'm going to risk. Hold on. 26,996. So I'm going to risk $30 to make 115 bucks. I either lose 30 bucks or I make 115 bucks. And then I could open that trade. That's going to be an open order though. I'm not going to be in yet. That's an open order just waiting to get filled if we come lower. Now I may miss it. We could pump up and I could change it up again. So that's how you would enter, you know, mainly a trade before it's even there. You could wait for a limit. You could even just, you could also hit market and just get on in, but you'll pay a fee to do that. 0.01%. Here you'll pay 0 fees. All right. So that's how you would trade a futures. And only use 1%. I only use 1% of my portfolio and I always use a stop loss so I don't get liquidated. So just something to think about, right? And that's a possible trade that may actually get filled. All right. Then if you're going to trade spot, okay, like I just did, I'll show you how to trade spot real quick, which is about the same thing, not too much different. Okay. You're going to head over to MEXC here, get rid of all the stuff that they sent at you. Hey. First, you have to deposit crypto. You have to deposit crypto at, maybe you could buy Bitcoin at any exchange where you have your bank account connected, or you could buy US Tether, Litecoin. Tether is pretty fast. Then you could send Tether all over to here. You could send USDC as well. All right, if you're fancy. And you would hit deposit crypto, find the crypto, hit reveal address, copy that address, paste it into the send box. All right. And you'd be ready to go. Here you can go to spot, hit spot. Now say you want to buy Bencoin at 13,264, which is already up, right? Since when we just first bought it. We just bought Bitcoin. Let's see, you can see order history. We just bought a bunch of Ben at 1280 and 1290. We're already at 13,264. See, we're already up on the Ben buy. I mean, they're not amazing, but I'm just saying we're up on Ben. All right. And you can see if I were to sell all the Ben now, it's got 1,100 and I still have that 700 in my Uniswap address. So if I would want to buy some Ben right now, I'd go to limit. I'd click on one of these orders. It would fill the price right there where I want to buy. Usually a little bit above price will get in faster. Below, you're going to wait for price to get to you. Okay. Then you drag how much money you want to spend on Ben, right? It will show you. You're going to spend 369 US Tether on Ben right here. Or you're going to spend $29, right? Boom. And so it would show you how much Ben you're buying for the price, and then you would hit buy Ben. You could also hit the market, and the market will get you in immediately, but again, you'll pay a fee to do that, all right? 0.1%. So it's completely up to you. If you would like to sell Ben then, right, you would go over to the sell side here. You could hit, and here you can hit a stop limit order too. So what you can do is your trigger price, your actual price. So you'd click on this. Your trigger price, you could copy paste this. And the trigger price should be well above the price. You could put this at to like a 14, maybe even like a 15. And if Ben goes to if Ben was high and it came to 15, it would trigger a stop loss here just in case. You know, say you were afraid that it could dump, but you don't want to lose a lot of money. So you would go here and you would put in like, if Ben gets to 13 even, I'd like to sell off at, let's say 12 even, right? And then you'd put the amount of Ben that you want to sell, hit sell. That would create an open order waiting to get sold there, okay? Now, if you wanted to take some profit, right, you would come up here and you could put a limit order on the other end. The only one thing is you can't really do both, which is kind of, you know, I believe that's the issue here. But sometimes they get futures. They might even have Ben futures. A lot of times they do. They don't have it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually got Ben futures, right? Look, meme coins, they got PEPE, Wojak, Turbo, AGI, Bonk, Floki, Rect, right? And again, you could trade futures, and the trade there will be a little different, but You can also just trade futures at a very low, at 1x leverage, which is just like trading spot. Now, the price will vary a little bit differently because they'll move futures around a little bit, but that's an easy way to put a stop loss and a take profit. All right. So similar idea here. All right. And you can trade PEPE. Like, look, PEPE, if Bitcoin breaks out, this PEPE trade is likely to make a move here. See, like so. I would always use a stop loss. I would set up my trade beforehand. And that's how to trade MEXC. Someone said they didn't know how to trade MEXC. I just hope I can clear that up for you. Hope that works. And my team, we should just extrapolate this and just put it into the learning library. Okay? Definitely something we want to do. Right when you join my group, please, the first thing you got to do is watch the proper risk management video and the AllTrading Smart Trade tutorial. You got to watch both of these. These are going to change the way you trade and going to help you out a lot. Now, we can't get API because they don't want bots front running on MEXC. Half the reason why people like MEXC, really good liquidity and a really good place to trade futures. All right. So this would be a trade here similar to this, but it would have to be a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio for me to take it. Why? If you traded this 10 times and you lost it 7 times, you'd lose 7 times. Let's say 21%. If you raise that, if you win 3 times, that's 9 times 3 is 27%. You'd still be up 6%. All right. Hey, Lover, can we look at render? We'll take a look at our baby render. So I just wanted to show you Tesla. I wanted to show you oil. I wanted to show you Total 3 and talk about the significance of getting back above that, that oh so important 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Let's go back to our 7-minute flag that we've been watching all morning. All right, and so far so good. It's actually holding the zone a little bit. I still, I could be waiting for, I might miss out when this thing, look, it's got a kind of an inverted head and shoulder there that could pump. And there's a little flag here that wants to make a move. See this? That alone could start to pump. And right now it is starting to pump a little bit to the upside, right? But I don't FOMO. It would have to come up again. I'd find another flag. I'd get in there again. Perfect entry was right there on that wick. You'd be up in the money already, okay? 27,350 for Bitcoin. All right. Very nice smooth clip for learning MEXC. Oh, you look nice today. Very sharp. Shout out to John Thomas. Thank you. I got the cufflinks on today. Nice cufflinks. My wife got me this shirt like probably 10 years ago too. And I used to wear it a lot more. And then I didn't wear it for a long term. I saw it there. I remember going to my buddy's wedding. I got this tie with the blue and this stripe, and they match pretty nicely with the gray. You can't beat it. I love dressing. It's fun to kind of mix and match colors. That's the main reason I dress nicer, because you just wear a shirt, you wear a shirt. You know what I mean? T-shirt, jacket. But when you dress nice, you can match the pocket square with the tie. It's just like, it's the male way of accessorizing. Women get to do all this accessorizing. So, you know what? Thanks for tapping that like. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And this is the trade. This is the group that helps you all the time. Like someone asked about MEXC. We stopped the entire show and we taught them MEXC real quick. See? We're here for you, baby. We're here for you. Looking crispy. Thank you so much. Great tutorials on tools used here in the Discord. Shout out to my man BioMEX in the house with the 199. We love you, BioMEX. You're the man, dude. And so someone asked about render. Let's take a look at render. Shout out to the Tex-Mex BioMEX. Crypto Billy got a kick out of that. He's funny, man. Shout out to the 590 people. You see, you guys are hitting that like button. You're getting more people on the live. Keep hitting that like button. The algorithm will be like, oh, people like this information. Come on now. We have 590 people, 363 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Baby, let's go. Let's go. Still almost lost my voice after talking to so many people. It was so loud and you had to kind of yell a little bit to talk. Did that for days. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. My girl. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Tweety Pie. Shout out to Rhino Trades. Shout out to the Yeti. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Knox Bill. Shout out to Zufu. If I'm saying that right. Or Zufu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Look, Bitcoin pumps a little bit and people get back in action. Back in action, man. Let's go, baby. Literally one day ago, everyone was saying we're going back to 24K. I wasn't saying anything like that. I was open-minded. If you came to my channel, I said I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. Every single day I say I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go. I just trade the probabilities that the charts convey. That's all. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. That's what I love about it. So people can't say, hey, there's the guy that said we were going up. I mean, what I will do is I'll show you, hey, this, like, I'll show you a chart. Like, this has a 68% chance of a break to the upside. It is what it is. It's very overbought. It's likely we come back down and first touch this channel, maybe tap on that 200 SMA and get tight moving averages. But see, I just go by the charts. I don't go by what I think or what I feel or what I hope. None of that stuff. And that's why I have a limit order down there, hoping we can get it filled and then get the move back to the upside, right? How euphoric was the ride back home, Sam? Gina Bombina. Which ride back home? Back home where? What up, Sam? Watching you on my work phone and personal phone so I can get 2 likes, man. God bless you. Thank you for doing that. Bitcoin will go up or down or sideways. Anything could happen. But the idea is, can you make the trade? Can you make the call? You know? Saudi top energy official issued another warning to the oil sellers to watch out. Interesting. From your trip, how epic was the ride back home? I mean, I flew home, and then my wife picked me up from the airport. And, yeah, the ride home. How about the ride my wife gave me when I got home? No, I'm just... Yeah, I don't know if that's what you're asking. I feel we're going to 40K. You never know where we're going to go. You never know. One step at a time. One step at a time. It was very euphoric. Bada bing ding. Yeah. She's like a ballerina, though. She doesn't like when I do that, though. So Render just getting a massive pump. I gave this to the trading group just the other day. I liked what Render was doing. And you're like, no, you didn't like her. I'm like, well, that's why it's what the charts convey. See? Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, but it's what the charts convey. So if you go here and you look, oh, when did he last put out Render? You type in RNDR, and you can learn from just by searching my old posts. Right? My pick of the next few weeks into Tuesday next week. I liked Render in this falling wedge to the upside on the daily time frame. It was low in the daily. MACD was turning. We had a bit of falling volume with falling price. We had been hitting this trend line. It looked like we could make a nice 49 to 50% gains out of Render. So we go to the daily time frame now and we take a look at what happened here. And lo and behold, I mean, Render is now up 65% in total, 57 on a wick there. And this is the exact setup that I gave. Exactly. And I like to do the before and after idea here. And what I do is I put something on the screen that kind of marks it exactly where it was, and then I drag Render, make it a little smaller, drag it right there, and look, you can go before, and then you can go after. It's pretty cool. Before, all right? I try to make it exact. It'd be really cool if I could make it exact. There's the before, and there is the after to the upside, and we nailed it for 57% gains. While everyone was crying and screaming that the market was horrible, we still find a massive move to the upside, made a beautiful call on the channel. Boom, boom, boom. And look, it's kind of a slanted cup and handle. The cup kind of moves to the upside here. I call these ascending cup and handles because the cup and handle moves to the upside. But again, now we could just be at a resistance point now inside this channel, but we're attempting to try to break out. It could be a fake out breakout. We're getting overbought on that daily time frame. 3-day chart's just getting started, though, and this could actually make a bigger move on the 3-day. You're above the 200 SMA as well. That's a really, really good sign. It's one of the first coins to do that. And Render has the thing with the Solana phone, right? Or it's on Solana. They have a phone coming out. There's just some movement there for Render. So interesting enough. Now, I would look at the smaller time frames to look for a flag or something of that nature. And again, if Bitcoin has to play ball, if Bitcoin dumps everything, tanks with it. And you could say it kind of broke out. Maybe it comes down and retests the zone to the upside. Render. And has a bigger measure move here on the 7-minute time frame too as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Render did keep going. That 3-day push and the daily got a little bit of a push back up. Take a look at our 22-hour time frame. It has some room. And even the 4 hour says that it could continue to the upside. So interesting move for Render here. You can see Render then broke out of this little flag that it was in. And that's all about recreating the idea here. So Bitcoin's in a similar flag here right now that could pump to the upside for Render. To me, it would be time to take some profits on Render and wait for a better flag. That was the move. But again, shout out to everyone who super chatted Render. God bless you. Thank you for the love. Exceeded expectations for an answer. You're so funny. That was a good morning. Super chats. GRV on MEXC, which is Grove Coin, I believe, or Groove Coin, right? GVao on MEXC. Let's take a look at this thing. This thing got slammed to the downside. As you can see, almost looks like a rug pull. It's attempting an Adam and Eve double bottom here. As there's your possible Adam. Here could be your Eve. All right. Getting bunched up and a bit of a double bottom here. I'd look for that to kind of go sideways. I like Adam and Eve's. I like waiting for them to get back up to their kind of neckline. They usually make a little flag here and then get a pump to the upside. It's very high risk to trade this right now, in my humble opinion. You don't get a major, you kind of have a swing down, a swing down. Got a little bit of bullish divergence there that could get you pumped up to the upside. It all depends. We look at our daily time frame, and our daily is getting oversold. A little bit of bullish divergence too as well, but you're asking for see, I don't like to, I say pick and come up off the street. I don't like to trade absolute bottoms unless I really love this project. I'd have to wait for it to get above this neckline and get a pump to the upside. Maybe back to this point of control from the volume area low. But again, I mean, only time will tell. It is trying to attempt a double bottom here. But to me, that's high risk. Way too high risk for me. Way above my risk tolerance. Hey, Mod, can someone with Super Chat a stock, not a crypto? Just curious. Sure, why not? Can't wait for one of those rides tonight. Shout out to Timmy313. High Street Gaming token bid pumping. Interesting. Sam MEXC Global Referral Link. Thank you so much for putting that out there. And I also pinned it in the pinned comment. If you want to jump into MEXC today or you're curious, to pay 0 fees. 0 fees, spot trading, and 0.1 fees when you're futures trading. So jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. No one else is doing it but MEXC Global. All right? Nobody. MEXC Global is the place to be. I'm telling you right now. 0 spot maker and taker fees, 0% future maker, 0.1% taker fees. All right? And yeah, tell Ben you want me on the channel on that day show, man. Get me back on the day show again. It was awesome. It was such an honor to be on that day show. It was every Tuesday of the month, a couple months in a row, 3 or 4 months. And they put out that survey, and we did win the survey. If you want to check out who won the survey, you can just go to my community. And there it is right there. I believe you may still be able to vote, but who do you enjoy coming on as a guest? Not Frankie or Kelly to do TA for the live stream in the mornings. Comment below who you would like to see come on the show. Tom Crown got 16%. We love you, Tommy. Blockchain Backer got 12. Wendy O got 18. Garrick Holloway got 25. And hey, Crypto Lifer got 29. And again, I'm humble about this. To me, I'm just going over the charts. I don't want to these are all, now that I met everyone face to face, dude, they're all such beautiful people. I don't think I met Blockchain Backer yet, but I met Tom Crown. I know me and Wendy O, I've met her multiple times. She's such a sweetheart. Garrick Holloway, one of the nicest people you ever meet in your life. Seriously, one of the most respectful, nice, the guy is just, I can't say enough about how what a beautiful person he is. He's got a family like me too. He's a family man. He knows what it is. It's just super awesome. Super awesome. Oh, we can create a quiz? That's kind of cool. Quiz your community. Which new parachain did Polkadot bridge with? And we'll call it Akala or Kusama. Or what's another one? Fala, right? And there you go. Which new parachain did Polkadot bridge with? Let us know in the quiz. I've never added a quiz before. I have to add another answer? I wonder why. Visibility public. Why can't I post that? How come I can't add the answer? No, adding answer. How come it won't let me post that? Interesting. So which new parachain did Polkadot bridge with? Akala, Kusama, or Fala? All right. And shout out to the Big Boy Crypto team for putting out this poll. And I can't believe I was able to win it against some heavy hitters. People with 190,000 subscribers. Wendy O with over 100,000. Blockchain Backer. Every single person here has more subscribers than me. But man, you guys came through with the voting. I mean, I still can't believe it. Got a strong 43,000 on the live. 530 people on the live. 400 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get the likes up to the watches. I would greatly appreciate it, baby. Let's go. I'm so humbled by this, man. I'm going to go literally, dear Lord, Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for all the people that recognize the lifer and the lifer struggle and the lifer hustle. It's a blessing to be recognized for what you do for a living, and that's all anyone ever wants. And you know, I'm living a dream inside of a dream because God has been so good to me. God, thank you so much for everything. May you help everybody that wants to live their dreams. May we push forward. May we find discipline, love, and support in everything that we do. And you know, take care of my dad up in heaven. Make sure that he, you know, forgive him for all his sins. And may God bless everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you would ever know. Amen. Amen. You know, when you praise God, you're giving basically the reasons why things are going so well to God, not to yourself. And it's easy to be humble because it's not about you. It's the fact that God blessed you, right? And there's a higher power out there looking out for you. And that's the key. That's the key. So I like what this 1 hour is doing. It's starting to curve and show signs of a bigger move coming to the upside. Flag is still holding. I'd wait for price action to touch the 21. We may get one more jettison down there to that lower area. That's why I have that limit order in. And I may miss trying to be cute, which is trying to make it absolutely perfect. Once this resets on the 7 and we still stay sideways, I'd possibly be looking at just this secondary flag. I mean, the 7 minute it's still in a bull flag 2 right now. That could break us out to the upside as well. A little bit of resistance right now. We'll see. Some could say, hey, is that an M pattern there? Oops, sorry. I just want to be open-minded. Possible bit of an M there that could take us further down. Let's always be open-minded. I'm not a perma bear. I'm not a moon boy. I'm just a trader that goes over the charts every single day, and I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I like to say that every single time. I know not a clue. All right? I know not a clue. I don't know how the live stream went by so fast. It's already 11:41. That's insanity. Shout out to the ride you took. Ha, ha, ha. Shout out to John Thomas. God bless you, man. Inshallah, will be forgiven. All will be forgiven. Amen. Can you review PEPE? Thank you for the 408 Lifer likes today, fam. You are the best. Lifer fam. You're a quality, Gina. Gina's the best. We love you, Gina. We love you, Love Learning. We love you, all the Blue Crew, all the moderators out here, Lakochi Coker, and everyone that sends the Super Chat, TA, or Deep Dive. God bless you all. Curious what the Lifer vision is on CWK NYC monthly time frame. Interesting chart. I was looking today at a giant double bottom. Cushman and Wakefield is the name. All right, we'll take a look at that for you real quick. We'll take a look at what's happening. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just going to go over what my educational ideas give me and see what's happening. CWK, Cushman and Wakefield here on the New York Stock Exchange. First thing I like to do is look at like the biggest thing I could find, like a 3-week chart. See when this coin came out, first of all. So it's very oversold in the RSI, like the lowest it's ever been. Bit of a giant double bottom on the 3-week. Like I see what you were saying. However, it's actually a lower low considering right now, which to me could make a lower high. It's not the best. This came out in 2018. Started up at about $18, came to a nice high of 20, got slammed all the way down to 9, got pumped all the way back to 22, and it went from 9 to 22 in about from April to January, almost 2 years. Then it got slammed all the way back down again here in May. Interesting. I don't know what they're doing with this coin or with this stock here, but it did make a lower low. You see that? It's got to get back above this resistance point to remain bullish, in my humble opinion. Could make a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder there. I don't love it. I'm looking for the divergence. Let's look at it. You said the monthly chart. Yeah, it made lower lows of the monthly, which you would have to assume it would make a lower high, which means it's in a horrible downtrend. Technically right now. The only way I would simply think of trading this is if it got above this previous high. Maybe made a right shoulder there and it got here. This would be the place because that would solidify the fact that it could make a move back up to the previous high. Very strange chart. Not a lot to go on. Let's take a look at our daily or like a 3-day chart and see if there's anything more like you do have this bullish divergence here, which is attempting to give you a bottom on the RSI, and it is moving to the upside, and you're in this falling wedge. But you just have to remember, you do have this resistance that you're going to have to get back above, which is the previous support right there at about 1032. So a smart trader would wait to get above this area for a move up. This could be the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, though, and then you'd have an inverted head and shoulder to take you back up to the top. I'd be looking for that type of structure pattern, or at least to move back up above 1025 before I touched it. All right. Moving averages aren't amazing either. Let's look at our daily time frame. Our daily is getting a little overbought without getting above the zone too. So this thing is in a bit of a downtrend, struggling. Also, you could look at this as this was a bear flag here. If I delete everything again, bit of a bear flag with a nasty pull. Now, usually that's negative. It won't take it, but that could take you down to 3-2. So just be careful. You get a resistance here, there could be more downside. You must close like 2 or 3 daily candles back above $8.97, $9 to remain even somewhat bullish here for this guy, you know, CWK. Can you look at Kata? Have you moved on from Pepe, mate? Noticed you don't really TA it anymore. Thanks. I mean, I TA where the money is. If I'm not TAing it, it means there's no money around. You know, not to be rude. I'm similar to a hunter who knows where to hunt the meat, right? Instinctively, I'm going to go to the best place possible to hunt that meat. And so if I'm not going over it, it means it's probably just there's something about it, or there's something more in tune, like render looked hotter, right? Last few days. So we pulled the Fibonacci here on this coin, and we're about to bring you the news. So get ready for the news. We bring you the awesome news every day. My team really goes out of their way to find the best news humanly possible in the game. So look at, I mean, we came all the way up. Fibonacci back down to the 786. We're in the 706 area. And this thing could make bacon on the beach. It really could. Take the length of the pole here. And this thing could make a moon city all the way back up to about what? 5'8", 130, 58. That would be a massive move for Pepe. Can that happen? I mean, there's a chance. We're somewhat sideways. Let's take a look at our 22. 22 is getting oversold, and you're getting, I mean, that's not too bad of a channel there. Up and down, up and down. The idea is you're making higher lows. You got to get, the key for Pepe is to get back above 21,350. Just like I showed you on it hit this level, boom. So what you're looking for is like a move up. And look at this. I'll show you something else that's on my mind here. Pepe could make this nice cup here, like so, and then make like a handle back down. And look at that. I mean, that could end up being a massive move for Pepe. So just waiting time. You know, it was the hottest coin in the game. Now people are kind of waiting it out, finding their chi. Lack of bearish momentum, falling volume with falling price suggests that we will get a reversal, that we're lacking sellers. It's a good sign. All right. Twitter, the 12-hour has less than that's strange. Anyway, the 4 hours also oversold too as well, and you're getting tighter in the zone. It looks like a move is coming for Pepe pretty soon. Now, if Bitcoin tanks, everything will tank. But if Bitcoin goes up and goes sideways, I wouldn't be surprised if some money went into Pepe. Also, there's some big holders of Pepe still. I still hold my Pepe, just to make it clear. So we'll see what happens for Pepe. How much Pepe do I hold? Wouldn't you like to know? All right. I'll be nice enough to show you how much Pepe that I do hold. If we go here to spot, just type in Pepe, which is one of the top coins right there, and just hit the price action like right there. 34. It's at 40 right now on evens. And 1604. And just sell it. I have about $685 worth of Pepe. So we'll see what happens. All right. We'll see what happens. That could go to zero, or that might turn into some more money. And if we get above certain regions, I'll be looking closer at Pepe as well. So I like that we're still going sideways in this flag now as we continue to reset on the stochastics. Yeah, I didn't chase because the stochastics were high, and I've been super calm. And I'm waiting for my limit order here. If my limit order doesn't get filled, we may bounce out and retest this top zone. That would be another beautiful place. Have a great day, man. I'm holding Pepe. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Did you see the Pepe shoes? No. How is everybody doing? Can you look at Waves USDT Lifer? Wow, it's pumping. It's been doing pretty good. Does MEXC have a mobile app or just online? No, it has a beautiful mobile app. And I bring it everywhere I go so I can make sure I'm in a trade. If I'm in a trade, I can be able to see it with my mobile app. It's absolutely wonderful. So we have this massive buy wall here at 26.8. They're building a little more liquidity up at 27,006, 27,007. But they took away that, that order was bigger there at 27,800 earlier this morning. Not giving us a lot to go on here for Bitcoin. A little more liquidity to the upside, though, take us to 27.7 than to the downside, right? What is this? This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description below. You can get Global Plus. You won't get it any less expensive than you get it through me. And I use it all the time, every single day. You get a liquidation indicator with this, which shows you where people are actually getting liquidated, which is really awesome. We watch short squeezes on this channel all the time. It's absolutely wonderful. All right. And that brings me to the news, everybody. Let me get it going and bring you the news. I can't believe it's 11:49 already. Time flew by today on the show. It really did. We were having fun. And we took a nice pump for Bitcoin yesterday, so people are a little more easy going. We'll take a look at that fear and greed index too as well, something I want to show you. And that's sitting in neutral at 50. We were getting into heavy greed. I love it when it gets down into the air. If we get one more kind of squeeze, there is a CME gap at 20,000, about 700, 20,003 area between those areas. I have a limit order down there that I put out. Anything could happen. We'll see. But I put a limit order for that area. I'm almost highly unlikely it won't get hit, but at least I have it there just in case. That tells you that I'm open-minded. You got to stay open-minded when trading. You don't want to be stuck into a bias. All right? Okay. Is this stupid to be in a short right now? I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. All right? I can't tell you what to do. When the 1 hour stochastics tend to reset, I don't like to open up a short, but it's completely up to you. You do whatever makes you happy. Okay? I can't tell you what to do. Fear and greed index, get into this more shaded area, would be beautiful prices for Bitcoin. I only like to buy chunks of Bitcoin down in these areas when we're heavily shaded. That's where I go hard for BTC with the fear and greed index. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. It would be awesome if you did that. All right. And look, I mean, I asked to buy Bencoin. You can see a lot of people answering the Bencoin idea here. Dropping my favorite pick of the entire trip. I can't believe that. There was so many picks. So many amazing picks. Look, my fist bump. I called it a fist pump, but it felt like a fist pump. Fist pumping Michael Saylor, and that looks like a Photoshop, but that's real, man. I really did. And you can see he's looking at my Osmo like, what is that thing? I'm like, do you have anything to say to the lifers? And he's like, hodl on. He's so funny, man. Did you trust Ballet Wallets by Bobby Lee? 78% said no. All right. And comment why. I wouldn't know. What's the Ballet Wallet? No, I would like to see if people actually said why they didn't trust it. Maybe I'll be more, I'll put on another one where I'm a little more like, hey, what's going on here? All right. And let's bring down the music right now as we jump back into the news for you every single day. Still didn't see, I have so much on my mind, Jamie. It's like I need a team to do things for me a lot. Okay, let's take a look here at the news here real quick. And we're going to load up the news for you. A lot to go over, too, like what's happening with the ledger idea. There's a lot of stuff going on that we really need to talk about. And that's why the news is oh so important. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I make a show called The Crypto Lifer Show, and I'm called The Crypto Lifer. People call me The Lifer. I breathe life into the space, life into your life, and I come through with positive energy and love every single day, and the news to keep you up to date with what's happening. An interoperable NFT standard has landed on Cosmos. This is a new NFT standard. CS721 will enable users to transfer the NFTs across blockchains. I'm telling you right now, Atom is going to be a hub. I love Atom. I've been holding Atom for a long time because it can connect multiple chains. Atom is something that's going to be here for a long time and really has its own, fault tolerance. It's an amazing project. I've done deep dives on Atom before in the past. Atom is amazing. Swiss-based nonprofit organization, the Interchange Foundation, ICF, has partnered with Beyonce, a blockchain development company, to launch an NFT standard. Users utilizing the new standard dubbed ISCS 721 will now be able to track the transfer of their NFTs across different blockchains. ICS 721, a homage to the ERC 721 NFT standard on Ethereum, is an application layer inter-blockchain communication IBC protocol, which means that it enables blockchains to communicate with one another without the need for a bridge. This new standard can enable NFTs to be integrated into various sectors in Web3. These include gaming, socializing, identity management, and many others. Maria Gomez, managing director at the Interchain Foundation, told Blockworks. The surge in profile picture PF projects highlighted an earlier trend in NFT technology, but this also led to questions about their long-term value and sustainability. As the industry evolves, the focus is expected to shift towards utility and real-world applications. Here, interchain NFTs are expected to hold a distinct advantage as the standard offers enhanced functionality and possibilities through cross-chain interoperability. All right? This is a big deal. All right, the Cosmos ecosystem benefits from enhanced growth as it attracts a more diverse range of creators, users, and developers. This in turn fuels creativity and drives innovation, positioning the Cosmos ecosystem as the interchain of blockchain for cutting-edge developments in the world of NFTs. And there you go, Adam getting down on Cosmos. That's a big, big deal. I like seeing that. I'm a holder of Adam just long-term too, just so you know. Litecoin futures open interest jumps ahead of upcoming halving event. And the Litecoin halving is coming. All right. LTC halving, I believe it's now in like 60 days. And there's a reward halving, 71 days. I remember when it was 180 days. We've been watching this slowly count down. The halving is coming. And it's kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing, but 71 days. And that's happening soon. So Litecoin futures open interest jumps ahead of upcoming halving event. The open interest for Litecoin futures have reached 420 million, representing growth of 22% year to date. The spike may be influenced by the upcoming halving event for Litecoin in the next 70 days. Open interest for Litecoin futures derivative contracts has surpassed 420 million. This surge in demand for Litecoin futures is the highest observed since the beginning of 2022. According to data from CoinGlass, open interest refers to the total value of unsettled trading contracts that could be used to measure trends in interest for a particular asset. The jump in the open interest for Litecoin futures may be influenced by several factors, including the upcoming halving event for Litecoin, which is often referred to as the silver to Bitcoin's gold. During the halving event set for August 5th, the rate of new coin issuance on the network will be halved, and the reduction in new coins could drive up the perceived value of Litecoin due to increased scarcity. Litecoin has seen modest gains this month, almost rising 7% so far for the month, from $86 to $92. It also seen a large surge in the hash rate over the past year, adding another favorable metric to the asset's profile. I do own about $7,000 worth of Litecoin, and we're going to see what happens into this halving. And selling a portion of that into the halving may be a smart idea. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. All right. And human rights activist Alex Gladstein explains Bitcoin's role in the global south. In this episode, Alan Gladstein, Chief Strategy Officer for Human Rights Foundation, discussed his exploration of Western prosperity and its cost in his book, Hidden Repression, and how the IMF and the World Bank sell exploitation as development. Of course, they say, hey, we're going to do this for you, but they really just want to put you under their thumb. In this episode, Gladstein talks through his newly released book, Hidden Repression, how the IMF and the World Bank self-exploitation as development. We should be proud of American Revolution, and we should be proud of our Bill of Rights, and we should be proud of democracy. It's definitely part of the reason why we're so successful. But another part of this reason is we've stolen wealth, labor, and resources from poor countries for a long time now. I mean, by making the dollar more valuable, and then, the Bretton Woods and pinning all the currencies, the world currencies to the dollar, we definitely can exploit labor. And as the dollar loses value, those coins, other dollars lose value way faster, like the Argentinian peso and stuff like that, where we can exploit even more labor. I see what he's saying. I would like to know what he says more about Bitcoin, but, this is a good book. I would actually try to read this book. Very, very interesting. That's just some cool news to think about. Crypto wallet provider Ledger delays key recovery service after uproar. After criticism from the crypto community, the firm pledged to open source the Ledger recovery code before releasing the controversial update. Following harsh criticism from the community, hardware wallet provider Ledger will delay releasing a key recovery feature. In a letter to users, Ledger CEO Pascal Gauthier wrote that the firm won't introduce the new feature before releasing the code for it. The company also scheduled a Twitter Spaces session for 12:30 on Tuesday to discuss the issue. So right after here, 12:30 EST, they're going to break it down. Last week, Ledger announced the service called Ledger Recover, which will allow users to store encrypted backups of their seed phrases with a set of 3 custodians. Ledger owners will then be able to restore their private keys even if they lose or forget their seed phrases. The opt-in feature will require a Know Your Customer verification. Pretty weird, right? So KYC already to your wallet, which is going to be the first KYC wallet. It's got a lot of people up in arms. That alone really is the bigger deal that people should be worried about. Not even the recovery seed phrase, which it's all a mess. But I tend to agree with this. And you know what? I like how the people push back, and they had to listen. Pretty interesting. So you got Cosmos interoperability with NFTs, which is huge. You got Ledger pulling back, and you got the Litecoin having things that you need to understand that are coming. And that, my friends, is the news. Thank you so much for sitting with the news every single day. We love you for that. And that brings us back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to look at Bitcoin one more time inside this flag. This flag technically wants to break out of the 7. See how it's kind of flipping here? Doesn't mean it's got to get back above this resistance, though, in my humble opinion, to remain bullish. It can flip this resistance. We can get a move for Bitcoin to the upside here. is showing signs of life, though technically a slight breakout here of this, channel in a way. And this is, to me, a bullish rectangle that does want to push to the upside. Litecoin trying to flip right now and break this resistance point to the upside out of the bigger flag. The 1 hour time frame looks pretty nice too, as it's starting to curve, show signs of life with this, nice wick to the upside too. Also shows buy pressure. And, again, I opened up a trade where with a trying to buy at 27,000 to 11. I may not get that order filled, right? But I'm not going to chase. I'd wait for it maybe to get above here. This could also be a bit of a double top M pattern, so we got to make sure we don't double top here. Getting above here and retesting would be a beautiful move to the upside. All right. So watching Bitcoin still on the flag on the 1 hour and still on the flag on the 7 minute. They're starting to get some movement here for Bitcoin. All right. And you can see that you're getting this little, let's take a look at the stochastics. You got a bullish cross right there after you came back up. So that's also telling me that we could see a bigger move coming. The 15 minute did get a bit of a bump here and still kind of didn't get the move back above the previous high, though. Tells me we may go down here and make a lower low before a bigger move comes for Bitcoin. So I don't chase, I replace them. So we wait to see what happens. But there's our Bitcoin update. We're watching this flag. And again, the bigger idea for Bitcoin. Let's show you the bigger idea here on the KuCoin chart. So the bigger idea is we're inside of this symmetrical triangle that could go either way, right? So these smaller time frames will confirm whether we're able to continue to break up or break to the downside. And we're looking here, resistance. You're right at this resistance point. The bulls have to get us back above this point of control. There's a beautiful gap there suggesting that once we do, we can get a beautiful move right back up. So, and the daily could continue up for the move to the upside too as well. Not the worst. The 22-hour has reset with a bullish cross with a nice, bullish engulfing candle. And there's a lot of wicks down here which show buy pressure. Ever since that massive wick up there too, we've been showing a lot of buy pressure. And we've been staying above the 200 SMA, which is a really, really good sign that Bitcoin could continue to the upside, just like when we get back above the 200 SMA on other time frames. And we retested it and we were holding it. We go below it, that's a short. We stay above it, there's a likelihood we never go back down to 24,008 or 22,200 where everyone wants us to go. I believe everyone's going to, a lot of people are front running that idea too for Bitcoin. So just have to assume, all right, that we're more bullish than bearish at this point. All right. Another idea too, if we look at this just by itself, is you're in this flag and you're likely to break at least to the top of the flag. And then this has a massive measured move. And I've been showing this on the 3-day chart more and more, every few days. Wick all the way to wick, I get a little more out of this. I go wick to wick. I found that that's how the algorithm works. Again, I back tested it for years and I've been very accurate with the measured moves. Take a look at the 3-day chart, and the 3-day chart looks absolutely wonderful. And it's getting ready for a move. Even the weekly's resetting pretty nicely too as well. So, and the 21 about to cross that 200 on the weekly. It's a good sign. And price action staying above the 200 SMA on the weekly chart is also a very, very good sign. Let's look at the DXY, which was looking actually somewhat more bullish recently than bearish. And we show you, but the 3-day chart's starting to get a little overbought. And it's making a lower low so far. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to make a bit of a move here. Show you what I was looking at here. We saw this flag and said this flag could break on up. Let's just get rid of all this work and we'll look at it again on on the 3-week chart. So look here. You had this major resistance point. You came up, resistance. That's an SR flip of resistance. The 2-week chart and the 3-week chart is pretty bullish for the dollar, in my humble opinion. And you had this trend line that you broke from. You see that? It's kind of a falling wedge. You broke up. You retested, and you got back above this zone, which is pretty interesting. You're in this falling wedge, and this dollar could continue to pump. Now, it could pump with Bitcoin. It doesn't always mean that they have to dump together, but a massive pump that big, to me, could create a little issues for Bitcoin too as well. So either Bitcoin goes sideways and struggles. We also had a beautiful double bottom here for the dollar. Previous resistance became new support. So we'll see what happens here. But that falling wedge does suggest that we could get higher move. Blessings to all. I'm missing your stream a few days, Sam. I'm in Poland, getting reunited with my son after 3 months. Happy to be in the live and in love. Shout out to Creators Crypto, man. God bless you, brother. Major level is 26.5. At the daily close below that, open short for 25K. So simple. If we lose 26, we're going to 25.9. You're funny, man. If we lose 25, we're going to 10K. Bears have control. Whatever you want, Jack. I appreciate that. Thank you for your take profit
Move stop, ride it down to the lows. Hey, man, anything is possible. We'll keep it open-minded. If we do lose bigger levels, I'll be able to find it and see what's happening. All right. Now we take a look at our weekly and our 3-day chart for the dollar index. It's getting a little higher than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of behind it, lower on the 3-day chart. It doesn't mean they can't pump together, but just showing you signs of some. And look at the daily. The daily getting very high here. And, you know, some could even say, are you entering some type of bear flag here or a symmetrical triangle? It is, look, it's turning into a symmetrical triangle. If it can't break out of this trend line, that's going to have a 50-50 move there. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin could still make a massive move to the upside, and there's also talks of this being a shoulder. This being a head and this being a right shoulder and kind of just milling off to the downside. But we'll see. Only time will tell. The bigger time frames look pretty nice, but the daily says at least a reset back down here could give a nice move for Bitcoin, all right, on the dollar index. All right, we gave you total 3. We gave you Bitcoin. We gave you the dollar index. Let's take a look at U.S. Tether dominance. All right. See what's happening with Tether dominance. And again, Tether dominance on the daily was oversold, overbought. Wanted to see this rising wedge break to the downside. It came back down, but not with a lot of, it didn't get a lot of dumpage. Actually, it's starting to go somewhat sideways and staying above the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. I mean, Tether could pump and get some movement, but eventually we got to see Tether give a little bit of dominance back to Bitcoin. So I like to see this break to the downside, but only time will tell. Let's look at our 4-hour time frame. 4 hours suggest that this could break back up or at least go sideways for a little longer. So it's interesting. We didn't get that daily dump like we wanted out of the rising wedge. So far, we actually somewhat SR flipped this previous resistance, stayed above it, and we're kind of making a flag now that could pump us up. So some mixed signals for Tether dominance, technically, showing actually some signs that it could get a bit of a pump. And we looked at Bitcoin dominance, and the same thing here was in this kind of falling wedge here. And it's inside of another symmetrical triangle too. Like to see the push to the upside. 4 hours getting a little overbought. But look at the daily suggesting that a big move coming for Bitcoin. Every time Bitcoin dominance gets a push up. And look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. The daily pointing to the upside. So it's showing some short-term bullishness for Bitcoin. But we do see some struggles there on the dollar index and the dollar itself. But again, very highly unlikely we touch 10K, thinking that you will never own Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here. My wife said, let's go. Your little retail hands will be buying into the big whales. Lord Psyop just had 110 buy. We may get meme season again soon. ESB, when Hong Kong allows retail on 6/1. Anything could happen. And honestly, we'll see what happens. Pepe looks like it could get a bit of a move back to the upside as well. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for everyone here on the live stream. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We bless you. And thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. You can, you will, you are the best. You're going to change your life just like I did. It's going to take time. It's going to take discipline. And once you're there, it doesn't stop. You have to keep pushing, keep going hard until you get to that next level. So shout out to everybody here. We love you more than you would ever know. And we'll see you on the next live stream. Let's drink some more of that water. Let's stay hydrated. May you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for your time. Gratitude is the attitude. I have so much gratitude for each and every one of you showing up on my live every single day. Stay cuff linked up. Stay ready to go. And I'll see you on the next live stream. Crypto is life, baby.